Okay, so this is a video guide for Supreme on Brutal Mode. We're going to do Supreme, the mission, and as well as the Endangered Species and Queen of the Jungle achievements. They both kind of just happen as you do the mission. If you drop below 100 life with Kerrigan, just restart it on normal and you can get it done very easily. Just beating it on Brutal is the real challenge.
New form can twist essence, mend wounds, heal nearby Zerg and self.
Makes will suffer.
So one thing to note is that you kind of don't want to put those roaches in danger. You definitely want them. So what I recommend doing is just burrowing them. And another thing to note is Kerrigan's these two abilities have no cooldown. So if you have full energy, you can use them back to back. Like that. Okay, move our roaches up.
What is it this time? Make your peace.
Another thing is Kerrigan can burrow if you want to recover energy. And Peter doesn't really have a choice but to fight you. Or it can't do anything, it just has to wait. It's an easy way to save your units is to leave your roaches behind and only pull them out when you really want them. Okay, first fight. Worm. It's a worm. Drops fire on the ground. You can pretty much ignore the fire except for its like one beam, and just use men to heal up. It also drops eggs. Kill those as a priority.
Make your peace. Retribution.
So like that doesn't really do nearly as much damage as you would think. You can kind of ignore it.
It's laying eggs. Destroy them. The swarm conquers all.
So you want to save your energy for the eggs. You don't actually want to
What is it this time? Boldly.
Okay, so remember to use you can avoid that fire when it's convenient, but it's not necessary.
Retribution will be fine.
Make sure you use your Q attack on
Slay them all.
those large eggs. And like I said, I don't move out of this fire. I'd rather use men to top myself off.
Slay them all. Speak. I am the swarm. It is time. Our conquest continues. Death awaits. What is it this time?
Okay, so the burn is what you have to avoid. Just run in a circle and get close to him if you can. Okay, so that's it. Kept all our roaches, which is nice.
The swarm conquers all.
Here, I actually like to keep my hydras hidden the whole time until the end.
Your peace. Quickly, destroy the eggs before they hatch. Focus on the largest ones first. What is it this time?
Okay, so what we can do is just let some of them hatch.
Yes. No time. Retribution will be mine.
Okay, so make sure Kerrigan has her energy back. We can kind of roll through that way.
No mercy.
Just so we don't lose any units here.
The swarm conquers all. Our conquest continues. World is mine. Boldly. What is it this time? I am the swarm. Make your peace. We adapt.
Okay, same thing here.
Time like the
I like to burrow everything and just use Kerrigan.
swarm conquers all. Our conquest continues. We are without limit. Not enough energy.
So when you unburrow, these units will automatically run away. Sorry for that noise, by the way.
Yes. Boldly. Make your peace. What is it? Retribution will be mine. I am the swarm. No time like the present. Yes. We are without limit. Make your peace. Our conquest continues. Slay them all. Evil Queen listens.
And I'm just being extra careful here because I want all these units for this boss fight. The other boss fights, you can all do them with no units. And I think this one, having some extra units, really makes a huge difference.
This world is boldly. I am the swarm. Our conquest continues.
Just like before, you can pop a roach up to give Kerrigan some breathing room.
Yes. We are without limit. Make your peace. It is time. What is it this time? Speak. Mix will suffer. This world.
Okay, so burrow these units again because you're going to get attacked by a huge wave. And if you aren't careful with the burrows, you'll definitely lose units.
Retribution will be mine. I am the swarm. The swarm conquers all. Make your peace. Our conquest continues.
Okay, so now we can start to move up.
Speak. We are without limit. We adapt. Yes.
Okay, so this boss fight, he spawns a lot of ads. Try to ignore them and just focus down the boss the best you can. And just, I like to stand. I like to not move too much and just try to burn them down and use men to stay healthy. So like you can move away from that, but it's like not a huge payoff, as opposed to just standing there and really burning them down. That's definitely something you want to avoid. Get out of the arrow when you see that. So like here, it's like practically impossible not to lose your units. And when you just have Kerrigan, just kite this guy around. Use your leap ability when you can, and if you get trapped, use your dash to get out.
The swarm conquers all.
So I did get stuck there, but as you can see, I just held out. So it is dangerous when you spend all your energy. That dash does a lot of damage, so try to avoid it the best you can. Again, don't spend all your energy. You want to save it in case you need it. Like right there, I needed that to get out of that trap. As you can see, as long as you're constantly moving, these little things barely deal any damage.
No time like the present. Make your peace. The swarm conquers.
I accidentally hit F9 there. I don't know if you noticed that and stopped Fraps from recording. So this is still the same cut. It's just a second file. I'll try to upload them all together though.
These ones explode when they sense you.
The swarm conquers all. Boldly. Not enough energy. Make your peace.
Okay, so our last one of these things, relic, is up this way.
Lava sword fights with acid. Bring it down quickly.
Our conquest continues. Slay them all. Not enough energy. Not enough energy. World is not enough energy. Boldly. We adapt.
Okay, so, for this last boss, I feel like it's practically impossible to, keep your units alive. I could be wrong about that. I'm sure someone will prove me wrong, but... So I'm not gonna take my time here. I'm just gonna burn through the mission as quickly as I can for time.
The swarm conquers. Yes. Boldly makes good. I am the swarm. Speak. We adapt.
Okay, so you do have to come up here, though, and kill these guys.
Make your peace. We are without limit. Our conquest continues. Not enough energy. Not enough energy. Not enough energy.
Well, so much for the, one achievement, but obviously don't be so careless. The under 100 health achievement, obviously I didn't get it there. Just replay it on normal mode and use these same strategies, and it's simple.
We are without limit. Our conquest continues. Make your peace. We adapt. Our conquest continues. No time like the present. I am the swarm. This world is mine. Boldly. Make your peace. You force my hand. We adapt. Not enough energy. I am the swarm.
Okay, so we're coming down to the last pack leader. Just don't stand still and kill the clouds that the guys that spawn gas clouds as soon as they pop, and you just kind of kite them around just like with the last person, except the enemies are actually slower. So.
The swarm conquers all. Your queen listens. We adapt, yes. Mix will suffer. No time like the present.
Okay, so this boss itself, I'm just waiting for one of these to pop. Basically, if you just keep moving and occasionally use this dash attack to clear out these guys, it's actually a pretty simple fight. It just takes a while. It's like Kerrigan, if she's using her healing skill, she can barely be hurt by this guy. Just make sure you don't spend all her energy. She needs to be able to dash to get free.
Make your peace. The swarm conquers all.
So that was a little close. Again, save your energy so that doesn't happen. Even after those little bug things spawn, they take a minute to actually go off.
Make your peace.
One thing to note is that these clouds do seem to slow Kerrigan down, but it's not a big deal because you shouldn't be using that to escape anyway. Or you shouldn't be relying on locomotion to escape these. You need to be able to have a charge shaved up. Your regular attack actually does a decent amount of damage here, because you want to be using your energy on the charges. And the reason I like to kill those one guys so much, the guys that use the clouds, is because they let me save my energy and not have to use it on mend, which is otherwise kind of a waste. If I don't have to, that is. So don't get hasty and try to end it quickly. Make sure you're doing it the right way. And after this fight ends, we have to fight the Zerg that we just awakened, that was, you know, helping us or whatever. Okay. Okay, so for this boss, basically you're going to lose your units right away. So just get as much damage done to Zervan as you can. And you're going to kite a lot. Red's going to appear on the ground. Obviously don't stand in the red. but the real trick to this one is to let the red kill the enemy units that spawn and just focus on keeping Kerrigan alive. Take it slow.
Force my hand. It is time. Boldly.
Only the strongest survive.
What is it this time?
Consume and evolve. This is the only way. This is the destiny of all primal Zerg.
Slay them all.
So now we're down to no units. All you have to do is use your heal and just constantly move back and forth here. I mean, you can attack, but it's not that big of a deal.
Boldly. Force my hand.
Okay, so this is the tough one. And you've got to double dash across.
We are without limit.
Okay, so I'm just going to heal up here.
Our conquest continues. Death awaits. I am
Okay, so here, this is actually the easiest phase. All you have to do is dash out of this thing as soon as it spawns, and don't go in those. These will do damage if you stand in them. And just use your auto attack to kill Zervin. I like to save energy for the dash and also for mend, because you can survive if you get hit with this. Alright, so